Demlica. The first time I lost time, I blamed exhaustion. I had been tired for weeks already. The kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix. The kind that settles deep behind your eyes and makes every day feel slightly unreal. So when I looked at the clock in my kitchen and realized nearly 3 hours had disappeared, I convinced myself I had simply dozed off without noticing. People do that sometimes, right? I remember standing at the counter making coffee. I remember checking my phone. And then, nothing. No memories. No dreams. No sense of falling asleep. Just a sudden awareness that the room was darker than before and the microwave clock now read 6:47 p.m. 3 hours gone. At first, it only happened occasionally. A missing hour after work. 2 hours disappearing while watching television. Small gaps in my memory I could almost explain away if I tried hard enough. But then the gaps started getting longer. And stranger. I would find objects moved around my apartment with no memory of touching them. Lights turned on in rooms I hadn't entered. Half-written notes in my own handwriting scattered across the kitchen table. Sometimes I woke up with dirt under my fingernails. Once, I found my front door standing wide open at 2 o'clock in the morning. I still don't know how long I had been standing there staring into the hallway before I became aware again. The scariest part isn't losing time. It's what I hear during the missing hours. Because lately, every time I come back, the apartment is no longer quiet. Someone is talking, and I live alone, so I set up a camera. Honestly, I expected nothing. I thought maybe I'd catch myself sleepwalking or staring blankly into space like some exhausted zombie running on autopilot. I wish that's all it had been. The next time I lost time, I came back standing in my kitchen with my hands covered in dirt and my phone battery nearly dead. The microwave clock read 4:18 a.m. The last thing I remembered was sitting on the couch at 11:07. 5 hours gone. My stomach twisted while I opened the camera app on my phone and loaded the recording. At first, everything looked normal. I was sitting exactly where I remembered, curled up on the couch with the television flickering softly across the room. Around 11:30, I stood up suddenly. Not sleepy, not confused, instantly, like someone had spoken a command only I could hear. I walked slowly toward the hallway camera. And that's when I realized something was wrong. It was me, but it wasn't me. The way I moved looked unnatural somehow, too stiff at first, then too smooth. My arms hung strangely at my sides while I walked, almost loose, like a puppet learning how to imitate a person. Then I stopped directly in front of the camera. And smiled. I never smile like that. My mouth stretched too wide, showing too many teeth while my eyes stayed completely empty. Dead. I stared directly into the lens for almost 30 seconds without blinking. Then I spoke, only the voice didn't sound entirely like mine. "There you are," I whispered softly into the camera. My blood went ice cold. Because I was alone in the apartment. But whatever was speaking through me clearly believed someone else was watching. The recording continued. I turned away from the camera and walked toward the front door. Unlocked it, and stepped out into the hallway. The apartment camera recorded nothing after that except darkness and the faint static hiss of the television for nearly 4 hours. Then, at exactly 4:17 a.m., I walked back inside. Barefoot, dirty, smiling again, but this time, before disappearing out of frame toward the bedroom, I stopped and looked back toward the camera one final time. And in my own voice, calm, clear, and fully awake, I said, "She almost remembers."